On May 5, 2025, the Russian-American Friendship Society initiated an international conference dedicated to the 50th anniversary of the legendary, historic event in the field of cosmonautics, better known as the Handshake in Space, a program for the joint experimental manned flight of the Soviet Soyuz 19 spacecraft and the American Apollo spacecraft. This memorable date is especially important in the context of the celebration of the 80th anniversary of the Great Victory and the reset of Russian-American relations. The partners of the conference were the Agency for Strategic Initiatives, the Embassy of the Kingdom of Bahrain in the Russian Federation, and the International Apollo Foundation. The conference was opened by Sergei Shurigin, President of the Russian-American Friendship Society. The following speakers also spoke at the conference. Valery Tokarev, President of the Charitable Foundation in memory of the first cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin and his flight mentor Vladimir Seryogin. Test cosmonaut at the Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center, Russian Air Force Colonel, Hero of Russia. Olga Afanasova, Chairman of the Committee on Space Technologies and Research of the Business Center of the Commonwealth of Independent States, author of the project Space Women's Message, co-author of The Symbol of the Third Millennium and The Fire of Preserving Civilization. Mikhail Leontiev, a well-known Russian journalist and Vice President of Rosneft. Sergei Dvoryanov, Vice President of the Russian-American Friendship Society. Anatoly Balchev is a Russian producer, film director, and writer. Mikhail Markarov, Director of the International Cooperation Division of the Agency for Strategic Initiatives. Alexander Karnikov, Member of the Organizing Committee of the International Symposium Space for the Benefit of Human Health, Advisor to the Chairman of the Board and President of CIIC. Dr. Wang Tianyi. John J. Fitzpatrick, American entrepreneur and social activist. Tim Torkington, famous American entrepreneur and banker. Diplomats and representatives of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Bahrain in Russia, the Counselor of the Embassy, Mr. Mahmoud Abdulal, and the Second Secretary of the Embassy, Mr. Ali Ramadan.
Почему у нас дипломаты из Бахрейна? Потому что сейчас очень сильно Ближний Восток помогает российско-американской диалоге. И мы рассчитываем на помощь Его Величества Короля, что вот эта дата памятная Союза Аполлон, как об этом сейчас сказал Валерий Токарев, вот эта дата, она может быть также хорошим референсом в отношениях российско-американских дружбы и развития этих отношений, поскольку все-таки Саудовская Аравия больше сфокусирована на политическом уровне. А здесь уровень гуманитарный, который, как мне кажется, мы можем делегировать Бахрейн, красивое королевство. Вы знаете, там самая древняя синагога, и там в радиусе квадратного километра книга рекордов Гиннесса зафиксировала 6 разных религий. В радиусе одного в Манаме квадратного километра. Там есть католический храм, шиитская и суннитская мечеть, и синагога, и индуйский храм. То есть вот это, кстати, диалог цивилизации там присутствует, поэтому мы рассчитываем на нашу коллегу.
From the very beginning, he says the window of opportunities to to have a final decision with USA now is very small. And as soon as we will continue this kind of jumping around the problem, nothing happened. And the problem is the window now is smaller every month, every day. Top problem the American side have to understand, Russia will never allow anyone to take Ukraine. We dream in USA somebody will understand it as soon as possible. As soon as possible, everybody has to understand, because this is a key point, which is our president. Every day he's underlying it. Every day talking about this, and it looks very strange. No answer from the American side. And we hope maybe this round table can get some influence about to promote this idea.
That the window is short in terms of finding a solution where we can live together and work together, and I think there's a very long history of friendship between the Russian Federation, former Russian Empire, and the United States. As I said, I spent 20 years here. John as well, I think, is probably close to that. I think there's a time to stop fighting last century's wars. It's a new century, and there are new problems, and there's, I think, a lot of people who want to hold on to the Cold War, particularly in the United States, particularly around the establishment of foreign policy. I think space has been a wonderful area of cooperation. The handshake in space, I think, regardless of what is happening on the ground, it's so, I should say, epic and historic, and such a symbolic recognition of how two countries can work together. So I'm hopeful that we have a proper delegation from the United States when they have the 50th Jubilee. I think it would be wonderful, and if there's some way we can help with that, we'd love to. And I think also on the different initiatives regarding concrete actions of cooperation, it is the best way to avoid conflict. I have huge respect that you've been championing the friendship with America, and I think we need more Americans around this table to start with.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a brilliant turnout of speakers and participants, and very, very grateful for everything you've done today. And if we can help in any way afterwards, I think we should find a few points for follow-up, and we'd love to do that.
Yuri Safronov, Secretary General of the Worldwide Alliance Peacemaker, announced the upcoming visit of an international delegation to the Kingdom of Bahrain and the awarding of His Majesty the King of Bahrain, Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, with a ruby star with a gold pendant of the World Peacemaker Alliance. Olga Afanasova, President of Space Zero and author of the Symbol of the Third Millennium, speaking on her own behalf and on behalf of the Russian cosmonaut community, initiated the establishment of a prestigious international award, the Worldwide Millennium Prize, an analogue of the Nobel Peace Prize under the auspices and patronage of His Majesty the King of Bahrain, Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa.